because occasionally there is a pause in my speeches, and it's because I'm kind of thinking pretty hard about what I'm going to say next, because I've realized that I'm on camera, and that the entire American public is watching me, and I don't want to look like a dumbass and shame my great state of Texas where I reside, where I have a very large ranch that is worth millions of dollars that my great father made. It is an excellent place to live. Occasionally, there's a seasonal river that runs through this. But other than that, I think I would just like to hide a weapon of mass destruction in the Middle East. Therefore, it looks like I was a good president at one time. And that at one time that I could blow up the Middle East and justify it because there are weapons of mass destruction in the area.
Explain to me what the economy is doing at this time of day.
Well, I'll tell you what, it took a shit, that's for sure. After I got out of office, things went down here. There's no doubt in my mind that it was the fault, Obama's fault, because I was no longer in office to make things cool as shit.
How do you feel about the war in Iraq?
Well, since I started it, I think it's kick ass, and we should continue kicking ass until we win, or until we decide to drop a nuke on that location and turn the whole place to ice. And then, or glass, I'm sorry, glass, not ice, glass, they're about the same. Anyway, we'll turn it to glass, and then we'll wipe out terrorism in the entire world, because everybody will be afraid that we will nuke them. And then, after that, we will go in and break the glass and retrieve the oil from under the ground, and it will be America's oil. After we nuke them and kill them all, we'll go in, break the glass, and steal the oil and call it ours.
What about Gitmo? What about Gitmo?
What about Gitmo?
What about it?
We might as well keep it open. Hell, it was great to use while I was there.
What about waterboarding?
What's wrong with that?
What do you think about
Shit,
it?
my dad did that to me when he asked what I was doing about last Saturday night. That happened to me when I was a kid. There ain't nothing wrong with it. I turned out fine. There's no doubt in my mind that is the most efficient way of getting information from terrorists.
Mr. President, did you have sexual relations with that woman?
Damn right I did. She was hotter than fuck. Any man in his right mind would have fucked her. There's no doubt in my mind. It was the most viable decision at the time.
Explain to me this Watergate investigation back in the 80s.
Well, Watergate investigation, that was a bad decision because they got caught. If they hadn't got caught, it would have been great. You understand? If they hadn't been lazy and got caught, they would have been just fine. Nothing would have happened. They would have got the information they went after. If they weren't pussies and got caught.
What about the your involvement in Vietnam? It was a firefighter. They say it never really happened.
You feeling okay?
It did happen. It was cool as shit. Knocking them gooks out of the sky like bam, 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 knock them out of the sky. There's no doubt in my mind that happened. That happened. I have flashbacks every night.
Explain to me the flavor of Keystone in your mind.
Pretty much, the flavor of Keystone is the best thing I've ever tasted. It's even better than Texas-grown steak.
Texas grown steak. Explain that.
Texas-grown steak is one of the greatest things in America that minors can indulge in.
Alrighty.
Don't touch me.
Go on.
Do not touch me.
I don't know what else to say unless you want to go with Angus beef, and then you're looking at heaven on earth right there.
Stop.
I wasn't listening.